Hey everyone, we're going to the final match of the Kaladesh pre-release draft. The winner of the drawing will be winning the packs I win, which so far is one, and the cards I drafted, which includes one money card so far. So hopefully I can win another pack. We had some pretty horrendous luck in the last match, so hopefully we can avoid that. I mean, I don't mind losing, but when you lose the way we ended up losing, it's pretty painful. So. Yeah. Usually this doesn't happen where someone doesn't show up for a few seconds in the drafts, in the leagues. Oh, no. 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 Well, if we go 1 and 2 here, it's not, I think my deck performed well enough that, okay, good, our opponent's mulliganing 2 at least. Really? I think we keep this one. Well, do we though? We're on the draw. I think we can go to 5. We can do it. We'll go to 5. Okay. Wow. That's pretty brutal. I think we take a second land if we're going to get it, even though we really need a white land. But if this happens to us again, I'm going to be pretty upset, pretty salty. It's only game 1 at least in this case, but we've had some ugly draws here. Feels like we're running about 14 lands. 3 of them are plains. Could have played my goggles there. I guess that would have been smart, actually. I'm too distraught. Plains. Give me a plains. Nope. Will this happen 2 games in a row? We'll see. Should have kept that first one. Or was it the second one where it was like 4 lands, I guess, and 2 6-drops, and our deck filled with 2s and 3s. That one was definitely a good hand compared to what we have right now, anyway. All right, black-green opponent could have the board sweepers in this format that are quite good against me. Plains. Oh God. Okay. Off to a good start, everybody. This is the kind of draft where, especially if we just get screwed out of even really competing in this match, where I think the deck really underperformed. I think this deck is actually pretty strong. The deck has the capacity to curve out, and I think you saw that in the first match. But since then, not so much. And it should be able to do it easily. If we had white mana in this hand, oh God. It might just be time to scoop. The good news is we can blow this up with our thing that blows up. Yeah, we can't keep drawing cards there. It's just too painful. Okay. Can we stay alive? I don't know. And what seems to keep happening when we get stuck on 3 lands is we get one of these, and usually more than one. It's painful. We have all of these things that cost 3 or less. Our deck seems to be constructed properly. We just don't seem to be able to draw. All right, let's see if we can actually play a spell or something here. This looks promising. I'm not even asking for much, A hand with 2 lands in it and some 2 and 3 drops. That's all I'm asking for, And we just can't get it. But we got it. We got it here. So that's good news. We'll put up a fight here, at least, so it would appear. Opponent this time deciding if they want a mulligan. All right. So this time we will play our goggles in turn 1. I guess we played our goggles last game, The one card our opponent saw out of us. He only knows we're red, too. So, doesn't know much about us. I'd probably try to play the grubs first. Because if I can, Pyro Helix something out of the way and have a 3-2, that doesn't seem too bad. Playing the Artisan's going to be nice because of the goggles. This would require that we draw a 3rd land, which frankly seems impossible right now. So, given our luck lately. Will we do it? I mean, we have plenty of time to do it in this case. We're not, up against it, but we did it anyway. Yeah, I think we play the grubs here. I don't love Thriving Grubs, but it's effectively a 2-mana 3/2 who has the upside of making some energy. That doesn't seem too bad. Does not seem too bad. Black has a lot of good removal for X1s, unfortunately for us. So, no, just a Seed Sculptor. We can attack into that, so I'm not too worried about it. Seems like we have like 5 Wisp-Weaver Angels in our deck, too. Salty, that's what I am. So we're going to attack, we're going to pump our guy, and then we'll play Glint Sleeve Artisan. Probably make the servo. Yes. Do you block? Trade 2-drop for 2-drop? If he does, I'd probably go for the servo, but if he doesn't, I think I'd probably still go for the servo. I mean, he'll be a 3/4 just from the Inventor's Goggles anyway. I mean, I guess a 4/5 is even better than that, but... Alright, so... Yeah, we want to equip that for free. And yeah, I think we go with the servo. Have we gotten to cast a Wisp-Weaver Angel in this draft? I think we were about to once, and our opponent just stopped. Okay, so we're going to attack with our 3/4. Then we'll play Servo Exhibition. I'm a little concerned my opponent has the -2/-2 or -1/-1 spells, both of which are good against us anyway. So that's something to keep in mind, but I think we still go for the Exhibition here. All right. Servos everywhere. Yeah, there's a black card that's 3 mana, -1/-1 to everything on my side of the field only. So that's something to be concerned about. Opponent still has 5 cards in their hand too, which I don't love, but we do have much more of a board presence. Man, if I knew my opponent was going to be kind of a slow player, I would have played out that whole first match. Had a chance at timing him out at least. No, probably not. He killed me so fast. Maybe it would have been 30 seconds longer. Wasn't much our opponent needed to think about when all he saw was 2 mountains and a pair of goggles on our side of the table. Not much thinking needs to be done. Alright, so what's our opponent going to do here? You going to bash with that Pillar Bug? I'll take it all day. Good triple block, I guess. Doesn't really seem worth it. Maybe it was. Okay. I forgot we had Fireweaver in our deck, too. He would have been pretty nice in a lot of the situations we've been in. He's an Artificer. Yeah, I think I attack with this Artisan and play the Fireweaver and then move the Inventor's Goggles over to him. Because now he can block all of them fairly effectively. And with the help of some servos, can even take them down. So it's not too bad. We'll probably try to kill the Rhino. I mean, he's already got energy from the Rhino itself, and he seems likely that he gets more. Or at least probable. Maybe not likely. Well, possible, I mean. I haven't seen enough of his deck to really know. Right, there's a Malphus squad, which I'm pleased I can kill with Chandra's Pyrohelix. That's a kind of up trade you want to be able to do. So yeah, I think if he attacks with a Rhino, I throw Fireweaver and 2 servos in front of it. He may not attack with anything here. Seems fairly likely that he doesn't, actually. But he might. Nah. Okay. I think we just pass the turn. We let him make a decision based on the idea that he's going to get to swing with his Malphus squad, potentially. I mean, it's not great at attacking right now, honestly, but it's okay. I guess I could also set it up where I block... Man, he's got... Now we kill that and the Cobra, I think, which is good news for us. Yeah, we're just going to do that at the end of his turn. Goodbye to both of you. Hold on to his servo. The Cobra, I think, is more of a problem. Might have a way to save one of them. If I draw the land for Wispweaver Angel, I'm pretty happy because I can fabricate this, get another servo, do 1 to my opponent, and have a threat in the air opponent can't block. And I can play almost any other spell in our deck, unless I draw my second Wispweaver. Yeah, he does have a way of saving one of them. Alright. I'm surprised to see it go that way, since I can just block that with a servo and not feel too terrible about it. Okay, yeah, I think we go for it. Wispweaver time. We bounce this guy. We can also move the Inventor's Goggles back to him, which might be worth it more now. It might be better to have a 3/4 blocker than a 2/5. I'm not sure, though. I think we do go with servo. Drops our opponent to 15. Now we can play every spell in our deck, so that's nice. I think we do move it, though. I think a 3/4 blocker is just a more effective blocker right now. And we'll end our turn. If our opponent gives -1/-1 to our whole team, we're going to cry. So let's just hope he doesn't have that card. Can't remember what it's called. But it is 2 and a black, so we can sort of be aware of it at least. Pima Outrider. Okay. Does he go for a servo? I would probably make it a 4/4, given, yeah. That makes sense. All right. I think I'm going to move this over to her, since we'll get to move it again for free once we play this Artisan, and we're going to bash for 5 in the skies. And then we're going to play another Glint Sleeve Artisan. Do we want to servo this time? I actually think we might want to make him have +1/+1 so that he's big enough to block Pima Outrider effectively. I'm going to go for the counter this time. Yeah, it seems reasonable. Our deck wants Inspired Charge so badly. Just didn't get it. Okay, he gets to draw a card off of that. Alright, not exactly what I wanted to happen there, but our opponent is 1 more swing from this away from being dead. We're going to hold on to the card in our hand. We're going to move these goggles back here. And we'll end our turn. Could gain some life with his Pillar Bug if he got really desperate to survive another turn. And that's not actually terrible. Like, when it can buy you a full other turn, sometimes just giving up, basically sacrifice your Pillar Bug, gain 2 life, is definitely worth it. Oh, Reach. Now he doesn't have to do it, because he's got Reach. He can block our Wispweaver Angel this turn. Opponent this time is the one a little mana screwed. That'll be pretty good. There's not even a reason to move that right now. Is there? No. He's just going to let his artisan die. I mean, I guess maybe he goes to 1 instead, but when I have Reckless Fireweaver in play, I can't imagine he'll do that. Yeah. All right, then we play Eddy Trail, and this basically guarantees us the game next turn. I mean, I guess it doesn't guarantee us, but we're in pretty great shape. We can give this flying and attack with that. Keep holding onto the card in our hand. Our deck's giving us little tastes of its power, you know, as we win another game. Let's just see if it can give us another decent hand. Yeah, I didn't see anything that makes me want to change anything around. Well, we've at least won one game in every round, you know. So we've got that on our side. We just would rather go 2-1, especially because someone's trying to win some packs here. All right. Can we finish 2-1? We'll find out now. On the whole, we'll finish at 500, right? Because we went 2-1, 1-2, 1-2. So that's not too bad. This is an okay hand. I don't love it, but at least we got a couple of early drops. Seems to struggle with flyers, so if we draw any of our sizable creatures, then that'll be good. And Pyrohelix seems good against him. So, I mean, I would probably trade an Eddy Trailhawk for a different 2-drop, but that's, you know, I don't have that option. This isn't Hearthstone. Oof. You going to give us the opposite problem now, deck? Although, as I mentioned, I would rather be mana flooded. If I have to choose between mana flooded and mana screwed, I'd rather be mana flooded. Especially, although with this hand, I guess mana screwed would be better, but we're already not going to be mana screwed. We can see that. Okay. Okay. Confirmation bias is like definitely a thing, but I do feel like I very rarely have like one unlucky game like isolated. I usually have like an entire unlucky draft. Same thing happens with good luck though frequently, so probably evens out, but okay, that's a 3/2 with Death Touch now. Not exactly what I want to be dealing with here. Please don't give me a land. I know I've been complaining about you giving me lands all day, but you've done good this time. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I think I just play Eddy Trailhawk number 2. See what our opponent gives us. Maybe we can get a 2-for-1 on our Chandra's Pyrohelix if we wait. We just take 5 this turn. I don't know. Some of you have watched a lot of my drafts. I don't know if you've ever seen me as salty as I am in this draft. Let me know in the comments if you have. Because I don't remember when I've recorded going quite this interestingly. The worst part is that our deck has shown us that it can be good. Like, if this deck was just like garbage and I was getting screwed, I would be like, well, whatever. But, man, it's been... Every time we've gotten, like, a reasonable hand, it's been good. Although this hand was actually reasonable. So I guess a reasonable hand plus a reasonable draw. I'm not even talking like crazy lucky. I'm talking like mix one spell in those first 3 cards we drew, you know. Well, I'm happy to only take 3. Thank you. I guess he didn't want to trade his Cobra for an Eddy Trailhawk. Probably reasonable. I would probably give 1 up for it. Not a land. Not a land. It's getting to the point where it's starting to be funny. I hope this draft has been entertaining for only to see me suffering from such incredibly bad luck and seeing me be as salty as I am. I think we just leave both back, and we still have a chance, I guess. I mean, like I said, if you're flooded, at least if we draw any spell in our deck right now, we'll be able to play it, basically, right? And if we just go spell, spell, spell right now, and they're all decent, impactful spells, we still have a chance. I shouldn't be giving up. I'm just suffering from the bad luck that I've been having. Okay, so let's see what he puts this counter on. Puts it on that. Okay. I kind of was hoping he'd put it somewhere where I could take away the counter thanks to Chandra's Pyro Helix, but you didn't. So, I guess we're gonna Pyro Helix the 3/2 here. Try to. He may have his pump spell again. We're all out of spells now, so you got to give us some spells, deck. Yeah, he's got it. All right. Of course you do. Sure, we'll just throw an Eddy Trailhawk in front of it. Okay. We drew the one spell in our deck we can't cast, so that's awesome. We do have two of them. You know, full disclosure, we do have two of them. Man. Well, I'm sorry for whoever won the drawing that you only won one pack. One money card too, though. You know, it was free. I think this is probably the worst showing though in a draft giveaway draft. So I apologize for that. Maybe that pack has something sweet in it. I don't know. God. Help me. Okay, so we're going to block the Cobra. We go to 4, which basically means we're dead. We got to draw a way to make a servo here to buy us a little bit of time. Play something else and we're basically completely toast. Okay, let's do some math here real quickly. We are 13 cards into our deck. 4 spells. 4 of them. That's rough. My deck is made up of 23 spells and 17 lands, and we drew 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 of our lands in our first 13 cards. Yeah. Well, we lose, so I hope this draft was entertaining in one way or another. You got to see, I do think a red-white aggro deck in this format is good and can be good. Maybe I'll record another one at another time. Here you got to see glimpses of it, but you didn't get to see it realized in our final record, that's for sure. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just concede here, show our opponent our hand just so he knows what he's up against. Oh, he didn't have the time. But there is a pack and all the cards I drafted for the person who won the drawing. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.